Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It's right here and it will cost you £65. It's been quite difficult to get hold of. It was sold out towards the start of the release back in May, but I've finally been able to get my hands on this controller. Because it's £65, that means that it's £15 more than the Pro controller. It's up to you whether the change in aesthetics is worth it. The case is a little bit squished, but you know, that's Amazon's packaging for you. There's no tab to kind of seal it at either side, so this will be interesting when we take this out. So you've got some health and safety information. You've got a USB to USB-C cable. Seems to be about 1.5 meters, which is all right. Obviously I prefer 2 meters or longer. You just don't know how far your Switch dock is away from the controller. You'd have to be sat pretty close though to the dock to be able to charge it while using it. So it might be worth you picking up like a 3-meter cable. And it's a shame they don't have a controller charging stand like PlayStation do. So in here is the controller. The most decisive part of this controller, I would say, is the white, the usage of white. But already it's not as kind of garish, I guess, as you'd expect. In real life, this is fine. The box art and the pictures online don't really do it justice. The left grip is exactly the same grey colour as the non-limited edition Pro controller. You've still got this very glossy black at the top. There's like 3 main differences between this and the standard sort of Pro controller. One is, of course, this front faceplate with all the gold, black and white. The second is the white grip, and actually the third is the logo on the back. It says Nintendo Switch, whereas the OG one just says Nintendo. So there you go. I'd like to think that if they brought out a Switch 2 that these controllers would work. They are lovely controllers. I like the HD rumble. They're very comfortable. The D-pad is great for all of your side-scroller 2D games as well, and the buttons are nice and big. And it's not a very heavy controller either, and I do like the built-in battery, so you can charge it via USB-C. So a little comparison then between the Zelda controller and the OG one. The big difference is that front faceplate and the white right grip. I kind of understand why they've done it, because it feeds into the dock and it just stands out a bit more than if we just had the grey grips. But I've read online that you can actually swap the white grip with the OG one if you just unscrew that. You can, you know, detach it and then attach it onto this one. So there's the option. If you've got a normal Pro controller, you can just swap that and you know, see how it looks. Personally, I like the white. I think it matches the dock, and also when you are holding it, you know, you rarely look at your controller anyway, and you know, when you're holding it, it's going to be covered. I just think it's also much easier to see the controller as well if you're playing like 2-player games and things. So that's it compared to the normal Pro controller. Compared to, and now this is, I say, a little bit controversial maybe, the other special edition controller that came out this year, I'd say like a month after the Zelda one, and that is the Starfield controller, the Xbox One special edition. Now, as much as I love Zelda, I do think this is a nicer controller. I like the look of this controller more, and Microsoft have done a better job at making this more of a special controller. Everything from more of the fonts to the different materials used. With this they've used exactly the same materials as the old Pro controller, but just have a white grip and the faceplate, whereas this Starfield one, they've made use of their Xbox custom kind of build service that they do by adding different colors near the thumbsticks. They've added this symbol, they've added all these extra fonts, they've actually provided you with textured bumpers, which you don't get on the normal controller, and the transparent triggers so you can see the vibration if that's your thing, and also they're giving you rubberized grips as well, which does make a massive difference if your hands sweat and things on those difficult areas of Elden Ring maybe. Whereas Nintendo, they've charged you more, £65, but they've only brought minimal changes. It would have been nice if they had provided textured grips, but that is a very new area for them to go into, and maybe change some of the colours, change the triggers maybe, but possibly these were the only changes that they could do, considering that Microsoft have got their kind of custom controller service that they provide. But I do prefer the looks of the Starfield controller. And then of course my favourite controller at the moment is the PlayStation 5 controller. Everything from the haptic triggers to the vibration. What do you guys think of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition controller? And how do you think it compares to the others? Which is your favourite out of all these? Please do put it in the comments below. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.